Hi everyone, welcome to chapter 2 of the Road to 40, a TomWasHere weight loss journey. And I mentioned that I was going to be doing regular ones of these. I cannot afford to quit this time. This is the Road to 40. I can't go back. Once I hit 40, I feel like everything slows down, including any metabolism and any chance I have to attempt to lose weight. This is the last hurrah. And that could be a not real figure. It could already be slowing down. Who knows what the deal is. So, I wanted to give you an update on, I did visit the doctor for the first time in a few years. I'm the type of guy that will not take the car into the shop unless something's wrong. And had to go through a lot of different things, and we're going to get into it. But let's... Beyond that, I want to let you know kind of what vitamins and supplements and things that I've been taking to attempt to do this, do a little weigh-in, and then talk about kind of the progress and moving forward from this point. So let's get into it on Tom Was Here.
Hey, how do you like this? I'm Dan Israel, and you're watching Tom Was Here.
Okay, so I had a visit with the doctor. It was the last time I actually saw a doctor was the week before the world ended. It was March of 2020. So it was right before the world ended. And having basically been laid off as well as most people when that happened, I lost my health benefits when that occurred. So therefore I couldn't go back to the doctor. Now I'm at an established job and I have health benefits, but I still waited around a year because I was being lazy and bad. But now, as mentioned, I'm pushing 40 and I got to get it done. So went through a lot of different things. Obviously there were concerns that I addressed in the last video. Concerns about that my wife thought there was like an insulin resistance situation, or maybe I have a type 2 diabetes situation because of my poor eating habits. And so they did some blood work. I ended up getting a flu shot, which I don't think I've ever gotten before, which sounds bad, but I mean, I just never got it. And then the booster, which I hadn't got because when I had ended up getting COVID, I went to a place that gave me like an IV, like with antibodies, and they said I couldn't get it for 3 months, and that ended up being like a whole year. But anywho, that is taken care of, but got the blood work back, and there were some good things and there were some bad things. There were some things that obviously, because of my poor diet, that need to be addressed, and I'm glad I did it now and not post 40, because then it gets a lot worse. So let's discuss the good and the bad. The good news, I do not have type 2 diabetes, so I didn't, it's not a situation where I was concerned, because there's some diabetes in the family, and obviously, I would assume or think maybe you're more susceptible if you have that disease in the family, but I do not have that. That's the good news. The bad news is that I have an elevated blood pressure and I have elevated cholesterol. Shocked? I'm not. So needless to say, they are starting me on a blood pressure medication, which it seems like just about everybody, the vast majority of people in the world have some form of blood pressure medication, of which I am now one of them. I have done pretty good in these almost 40 years of not having a regular medication to take, probably due to the fact that I don't see the doctor all the time. May end up being a bad thing, but now I am on blood pressure medication. And so the concern about that is obviously he wants me to obviously a low salt, low sodium diet, less red meat, understandably, adding fish to my diet, adding exercise to my routine, of which I've done none for a long time now. So getting all those things moving and getting back into it. I'm using the same approach that I used in 2020 when this happened, where I'm just acknowledging all that I put in my mouth and knowing that I'm trying to eat less. Now, there are days where, even with this new diagnosis, that I've still just eaten badly. This happened about a couple weeks ago. A week or two ago, I was at the doctor. Time's a flat circle. When you're working from home, the days just run together. You have no idea what day it is. But I think it was last Wednesday, if I remember correctly. I went to the doctor and then got the results back the day after, Thursday. So they were efficient in that regard. I didn't know how quickly it would take. I didn't know if I'd be waiting for a while. But with the high blood pressure and that, obviously you got to buckle down and attempt to eat healthier. And I have been. So, trying to limit myself to not eat as many snacks, or limit my snacks, or eat less snacks, or eat maybe small portion size snacks if I do have to eat them, but just trying to reduce being able to eat them on a regular basis has to be helpful, at least temporarily. Obviously, it'll get to a point where I'll have to do more to make that work. So, what I've been doing was taking, because I knew I had to take this medicine every day, which is hydrochlorothiazide. Apparently, it's a blood pressure medication, but it's also like a water pill. So the idea is that they want to see some change, and with a water pill, it causes you to go to the bathroom more when you're drinking water, and hopefully that will lower the high blood pressure because of and then that paired with a lower sodium diet, or eating less salt, eating less snack foods and things like that, less sugar and things, will definitely help to hopefully get the blood pressure down a little bit. But that's, so when I knew I was going to be taking that, I paired that with my general morning pills that I take. And for about a year now, I have been taking these GNC Mega Man Energy and Metabolism. Now obviously I wasn't trying for the most part, but I don't see much in terms of energy and metabolism on those. But I mean, maybe they're working for all I know. But yeah, I have been taking them for a year, but now that I'm actually trying to attempt to lose weight and eat healthier, maybe they will kick in a little bit better. And I've been taking various fish oil, of which the doctor said to take fish oil, and I explained to him that I actually have been for about a year to 2 years now. Generally on work days, I don't end up taking it on non-work days for some reason. But now that I have a pill to take every day, I'm starting to attempt to take the fish oil and the other things with those. So just to kind of remind myself to take them. But obviously with a fish oil, for heart health and things like that, which obviously having high cholesterol and high blood pressure is, an added factor in those things. And so, not to be outdone there, but also for a year off and on, I've been taking different brands and varieties. Actually more than a few years now. I've been taking apple cider vinegar gummies. Do they do anything? I have no idea if they do anything. Supports digestion, detox, and cleansing. Supports weight loss and weight management. Formulated with B12. It's weird. I've been taking these so long and, just been kind of eating badly along with them that it's a wonder, if I'm attempting to eat healthier now, if I'll see more added benefits from it. But it's just hard to say whether or not I do, because I've been taking them so long. I haven't noticed anything, and it hasn't really affected my poor diet in that regard, where it's not like counterbalancing me eating badly. So I don't know. I don't know if there's a benefit to them, but I have been taking them. I started with the Goalie brand, then I found this one on Amazon. All of them seem to get good reviews, so it's just a matter on I'm going to keep taking it because, it can't hurt, I guess. But with those things, You know this person that pulls out their pill thing and they have the different every day. Now, only 2 of these were actually recommended by my doctor. It's obviously the one that's the blood pressure of the hydrochlorothiazide, of course, and the fish oil he told me to take. The rest of them I'm just taking on my own. But then I have this Nugenix Thermo. Boost thermogenesis, reduce body fat, improve lean body mass. Like, is this like one of these things where it's like, oh, this really works, but it's, they did one study and like people on this lost like only 3 pounds more than the other people? I don't know. It's only like a 1 month supply. I ended up taking another bottle. So I guess that's the fact. I ended up taking a bottle earlier or mid-time last year, but I wasn't really trying when I took it and never saw any like benefits to it. So maybe that I'm actually putting in effort, maybe I'll see more of a benefit. Who knows? And then there's these detox pills, flushing out toxins, improving digestion and gut health. Obviously, I don't know what that has to do with much, obviously, other than, maybe it would assist with weight loss and would assist with, cleaning some stuff out. But yeah, I basically started taking all these this week. And then this last one here, this ashwagandha stuff, it's supposed to help with like reduce stress and improved mood. I don't get too particularly stressed out other than like work occasionally. Obviously, everybody at work, I'm sure at some point gets stressed at one time or another. But actually, my cousin, when I was taking these, I would get real tired. Like I would just like body shutting down tired. And she was like, well, maybe start taking them in the evening at night and maybe you'll sleep better. And so having done that, I'm trying to start remembering to take these at night because I always seem to forget. But now that I have all of these things, these supplements and vitamins and pills that I'm taking, I'm just adding this to it. So what I'm curious about, and maybe you can let me know in the comments down below, is do you take any of these things? Do you feel that they're more beneficial, or if there's different things you recommend, different brands or different vitamins or supplements that you feel were more effective? I'd be curious to see what your thoughts are on it. But I did step on the scale earlier this morning. I know the result, so I'm going to share with you. Usually I try to keep it a surprise by myself for the intro, but I know the result. I'm going to share the result with you, and we'll let you know kind of my thoughts on it so far. All right, let's see how we're doing. Okay, that'll do. Nice. Okay, so 296.2. Now, when I weighed in for the first video, and that was a few days before the doctor, I weighed in at 304. Now, I don't know how accurate my scale is at home. I thought it was pretty accurate, but when I weighed in a few days later at the doctor, it was midday, I will say that. And the body can fluctuate 5 pounds or so, but I was 306. 306 at the doctor. So to see a number hit that was 296, I was pretty happy with. So obviously that would be 10 pounds or, maybe give or take a few percentage points there. But about 10 pounds down, which wouldn't it be nice if it would just fall off that quickly and easily? But I know that eventually you do hit a wall and you do have to work a bit harder. So I have been trying to implement, like I said, different approaches to, there's days I get where I feel in my mind I get hungrier than others and then want to snack a bit more, but I'm really trying to regulate that down, trying to eat different foods in attempt to obviously eat less processed things, attempt to eat less processed things, trying to eat more chicken as opposed to like meat, like burgers, steaks, and stuff like that, of which I would regularly do. Obviously, limiting that completely is going to be tough, but reducing it and introducing other things like more fish options and stuff seems to be the approach to go right now. Hopefully there'll come a point where I can, severely limit that a bit further. But so far, only in like a weekend to be under that 300 mark again feels pretty good. Obviously, a long way to go. But the concern, there's obviously concern with the blood pressure thing and the high cholesterol thing. Obviously, eating a high sodium, lot of red meat diet is probably, it's one of those things where you can only do that for so long before you have to severely limit that. So the doctor did recommend introducing fish. The other thing is that they scheduled me for a sleep study. That sleep study is not until... It's March 1st. I'm filming this currently. It's not until mid-April. So a little bit of time to get that sleep study done. But obviously they're concerned that, with some snoring, that it might be a sleep apnea situation. And my wife did mention that when I had lost weight previously, even when I was down 30 or 35 pounds back in 2020, that reduced that snoring. So maybe it can come a situation which hopefully I'll be in better shape by mid-April, and then maybe I won't have to do that, because I'm not saying it's not that I'm against it, and it's not that if they prescribe it, I'm not going to do it. But what I'd be curious about is, for someone that has that, how do you sleep comfortably? Because I tend to like I used to be like a back sleeper. And more often than not, more recently, I've been like a side sleeper. And then when my sleep's kind of interrupted, I'll occasionally just sleep on my belly, which I've heard is not like the greatest thing to do. But with a giant Bane mask on your face, there's only one way to sleep. You can't turn from side to side. You have the big hose and stuff like that. I just don't see how comfortable it is to sleep. So I'm really hoping to avoid that one, but I wouldn't be shocked if that happened. Which obviously, if it does, you'll know. So I'm going to keep plugging along here. The hope is that maybe, next time I cobble a video together, that I will be in the 280s, which, fingers crossed on this one. I'm trying to start using the bike again. I'm trying to limit stuff. I'm trying to eat healthier. And the hope is that with all those things together, along with this giant, bunch of supplements that hopefully, will help me get there. Now, I will say I have felt, even just with this 10 pounds and just kind of eating and, that I felt slightly more energetic. I don't feel as truly lethargic and just constantly zombified like I have been kind of for the last few months. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and obviously any tips in certain diets. My doctor mentioned a DASH diet. I tried to look into it, but every website wanted to charge me to give me the DASH diet. I'm sure someone did a video online. I haven't explored that much, but I'm gonna keep looking. But yeah, any certain diets that would be obviously the concern of the high blood pressure. So something that's very meat based is probably not a great thing. I have to severely limit that. It's very much impossible for me to completely cut that out. I'd like to be in a situation where I could just say I did that. But yeah, just limiting that and processed food. I found I would just eat a lot of processed food in a pinch, and I found that a lot of it, even the stuff that's supposedly good for you, is high in sodium. I went and I grabbed some grilled chicken, stuff that you could put in an air fryer or throw in a microwave just in a pinch and cook. And even that has high sodium. And it's just it's grilled chicken. I thought it would be fairly low because there's not really any additional flavor to it. It's not a certain flavor type, but even that's high. So trying to find workarounds there to look for ways to limit that, because I had looked into kind of the soy stuff. Like some of the soy stuff I like that's like non-meat, but it kind of tastes like meat. Like there's some of the Morningstar Farms and a few other things that they offer, like a chicken patty. It tastes like a chicken patty, but it has no chicken whatsoever. And I thought that would be good, but it seems that the calories, the sodium, and a few other things are just as high as if you ate a chicken patty anyway. Like there's no real major benefit to it. So if you were on a weight loss journey yourself, how are you doing? But guys, thanks so much for watching. If you are new here, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Like to support my Patreon like John Bailey did. You can do so. Link is in the description below. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt, a TomWasHere t-shirt, you can do so at Spreadshirt, as well as links to my eBay store, Facebook page, Instagram, Clubhouse, and the Pennsylvania Autograph. You know what? I'm replacing Clubhouse, TikTok, and the Pennsylvania Autograph Collectors Association. I don't use Clubhouse. I don't know if anybody uses Clubhouse. But links are in the description below. Like I said, the road to 40 is coming up quick. It's March 1st. March, April, May, June, July, August. So that's tight. I gotta really get on the horse here and attempt to lose some. But guys, thanks so much for watching. And until the next update, the next chapter in this weight loss journey, I will see you soon. But until then, bye everyone.